I felt like I was at the right place at the right time with the right attitude, I would say. Because I remember when I started and girls, you know, it was like the heroin chic, and I remember going to London and doing 40 castings, and all the girls had tattoos and piercings and looked just very different than me. And people wouldn't even look at my book. They would just be like, thank you. And they wouldn't even look at my face.
Goodbye.
They would just open the first picture, and I wasn't what they were looking for because I wasn't at the right time.
And
right?
when did that change? When did you know something was happening? When you went to England and went to London, and all of a sudden you were on the runway, and Alexander
McQueen gave me a shot.
Gave you a shot.
Gave me a chance.
And
it was a very challenging day for me, I have to say, this day, because, you know, I'm 17 years old. You've
been doing this for 3 years.
Yes, since I was 14, so I'm 17, I'm in my show season. I got so many no's, you know, it was 1998. And I remember everybody saying no, and I remember going to the casting, and McQueen just said, he was sitting on a couch and he says, walk. He gave me impossible shoes and this very tight skirt. And I just walked, and then he booked me, and he never called for a fitting or anything like that. So I remember like getting to the show, and basically I'm wearing nothing. You know, I'm wearing a skirt, and the other outfit is like something, I'm basically naked, right? Yes. And I'm just like, oh my God, I started crying, and I can't really speak English at that time, you know, as good as to like really explain what was happening. And then the makeup artist saw me crying, and she said, Giselle, don't worry, I'm gonna paint something. So I remember she painted with paint like a shirt on me, so I didn't feel like I was completely exposed, although I was, but for my imagination, at least I felt a little bit protected, you know? And I think from that show on, a lot of things changed because, you know, there was a part of me who wanted to run away. I was like, I cannot do this. But there was a part of me like, this is the only shot I have because, you know, I did 40 castings, and this is the only show that I'm doing, so I have to do it.
This is the only offer I had, I'll take it.
You know?
But you were scared of what? I mean, why did you think about, I'm going to run away, this is not, because you've been turned down 40 times.
Because I was supposed to be naked, like in a runway with all these people looking at me, and I just felt like, I just felt like I was like, I don't want to do that, you know? I felt like, and I was also thinking, if my parents ever saw this, they would like, come home now. So I'd be like, oh no. So it was like, you know, it was very scary. It's very, you know, very vulnerable. You're 17 years old, and now you're like supposed to be exposed like this to everyone. Like I never felt really.
This is 1998. Yes.
1998, yeah.
2 years later, you signed with Victoria's Secret.
I did.
2 years.
2 years.
What?
But I think what helped me to get that, I have to say, was that Anna Wintour at the time, American Vogue, which is the Bible of fashion. She asked me to go and do a nude that is the cover of the book with Irving Penn, which is Mr. Penn.
The most famous